Now, welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Horse Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
First up, we're not talking about Skeleton Crew.
No, there will be no spoilers in this video for the
tomorrow.
latest episode. Yeah, that'll be the full Skeleton Crew
Try
video.
not to spoil in the comments either.
We haven't seen it yet, so we literally can't spoil it for you yet.
We're recording this before then, yes.
Yeah.
But, onto the news. So, we have some rumors that are circulating, and I found multiple news outlets on how this reporting on this.
Okay, you have my attention.
Lucasfilm, we've heard that they've been developing multiple series, that they're getting involved with things both animated and live action, that they've got a lot going on the docket, right?
We have heard that there are brewings, yeah.
Well, we now have a rumor of what one of these projects is. And it's a Knights of the Old Republic era Star Wars series.
Are you specifically saying Knights of the Old Republic era?
Knights of the Old Republic era is what has been said.
Okay, so around the time of Revan is what you're saying.
They're
not
saying
just
that
generic
era.
Old Republic.
Yeah, they're not saying Old Republic. They are saying Knights of the Old Republic era. This is KOTOR era.
Is this
2003 LucasArts game that everyone fell in love with? That's technically not canon.
It's canon in my heart.
We have to even think there were more hints though that something was going to happen. Okay.
Well, yeah, they were going to redo the game. Remember? Wink, wink. They still are, apparently.
Well, in 2019. Kathleen Kennedy teased fans at one point, mentioning they had something to look at concerning KOTOR.
I like that we got to go 2019 and something that they're doing in 2025, but
if it takes that long, it takes that long.
No, I wonder if she was talking about the game remake, but that is interesting. I do think they want to tackle the Old Republic, especially now that the High Republic is potentially winding down and going to be done.
And Skeleton Crew is giving us a little Easter egg into the Old Republic.
Well, they've now thrown the term out there for the it
was
Old
already
Republic
out
is
there,
mentioned, and don't get me wrong, it's in A New Hope. But now they've maybe piqued people's curiosity, the more casual fans' curiosity about what is that Old Republic. I think I've heard that used before.
It was on their timeline too that they put up there. There was the Old Republic, and we know Hu Yang was made at the beginning of the Jedi Order, like
25,000 years ago. Yeah. I want my washer and dryer to be made by whoever made Hu Yang, because these things need to be replaced, and they're not 25,000 years old.
But again, this is coming from that insider, Daniel Richtman, saying that Lucasfilm is developing a show set in the KOTOR era. We don't know if it's going to be like some sort of adaptation of the game's narrative.
Don't do that.
I kind of don't want them to do that either.
Don't bring Revan into it. You can have his name mentioned.
I'm saying I'm kind of happy if they skate around it or mention him. Because then you can headcanon it back in and it's fine.
Which is why the game works so well. Revan is your own. You are Revan, and you decide who he becomes ultimately, or she, theoretically, in the game.
Well, and they could always come out if the KOTOR remake game ever comes out, they could say, look, this is canon. And you know that series we made? Takes place in the same era. Yeah, you can hear a little bit about the things that happened with...
Yeah, I'm not opposed to mentioning the name and mentioning the legend of Revan or whatever you want to do with it, but don't try to tackle his story. I don't know that... Unless you get Keanu Reeves, who was born to play Revan, I think. But seriously, because he's not going to do that. But seriously,
who would play Alec?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Who would play Bastila? That's the best question.
Is it the best question?
Well, maybe not best, but
Daisy Ridley.
No, she's already... Who would, though? Now I want to do a video like who I would cast. I think I've been asked that before. I don't know. Well, maybe we'll go into that for a fun video someday.
But it's previously been rumored, though, that this project would tell, like, stories outside of the game's narrative before the Rule of Two, at the time where Revan and Malak were in their prime. Remember,
they were the two.
The Old Republic was full of Sith versus Jedi battles.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, I do that all the time from Halo. Sorry.
You should be sorry, because you made me do it.
I know, and as soon as I said it, I knew you were going to do it, and I was going to have to explain, because I'm sure there are some people who don't know Halo.
But yes, I would be excited to see some Old Republic KOTOR-ish content.
Do it.
Maybe skating along the outsides of the main story.
Yeah, don't dive into Revan. Like I said, just don't do it. Don't. Unless you're planning for
backstory of Mission's childhood.
She is a child in the game. It's kind of like the Skeleton Crew thing where the kids are. That's their backstory. Meet Big Z. Yeah, we could, or we could do something else.
Young days of training for Bastila Shan.
That'd be better.
I don't know. She kind of had to stick her butt before she met Revan.
Yeah.
Okay, should we move on, or you want to keep talking some KOTOR?
We could talk some more KOTOR. I'm down.
Do you have any ideas of what you think a series like that should look like?
Yes, but that would probably take more than we want to devote to this video.
Okay, then we'll move on.
All right.
All right, other news. Justina Ireland will be no longer writing books for Star Wars after this year.
What did she do? She's been writing a lot of the High Republic
she
and more
writes younger, a lot, yeah.
Younger reader stuff, yeah.
Her last 2 books both come out May 6th of this year. One is The High Republic, A Valiant Vow, which is a junior novel, as well as The Acolyte, Wayseeker.
Oh, yeah.
It's a career ender.
I'm reading that one, right? That's why she's not welcome back. No, I'm making you read that one. We're doing a review on that one right on this channel. God. Yep.
I guess so. I'll do it. I'll do it because I need to know how much deeper the rabbit hole goes.
I like that you kind of use Matrix with Carrie-Anne Moss, and yeah.
Justina Ireland did work heavily in the High Republic era. She did a lot of junior novels and some comic work. She wrote the Sana Starro story.
Yep.
Yep. I think that one was not super popular with you.
Well, not a lot of the Marvel books are super popular.
Because they're just like extra and unneeded.
Most of the time, unfortunately, yeah. Some are good, some are not so good. A lot of them just feel like they exist simply to exist and make $4 an issue. She
also co-wrote the High Republic Path of Deceit, which I actually read.
That is one of the few you read for whatever reason. And I don't think you liked it.
I thought the writing was actually sloppy.
Wow.
I feel horrible saying it now that she's not like writing Star Wars books anymore.
I think you're more welcome to say it now. She's not in the family anymore. She's left.
Maybe that's why she writes mostly junior novels.
Wow.
They're not as critical of how the writing style.
Wow, this is critical Naboo right here.
Naboo is a bit of a reader.
I'm neutral towards her. Most of the stuff she's written I'm not a giant fan of, but
how many of the junior novels have you?
Pretty much all of them.
No, but yeah, she's heavily involved in High Republic, which hasn't been amazing in the first place. So maybe they just want to try a new author. Maybe she's taking a new road. She didn't actually say why she was leaving. When you don't say why you're leaving, that leads people to believe that you are not leaving on your terms.
Asked to leave, yeah. Mm-hmm. Which might not be the case. I don't know.
I mean, she's written other stuff by herself.
Yeah,
so
not Star Wars stuff.
Maybe she wants to concentrate more on her own career, where she gets to write her own stories without following the strict Star Wars guidelines and narratives.
Not that they do anyway, but yeah.
Maybe she's tired of her books being retconned.
No, I mean, more power to her. If she's leaving of her own free will or her own accord and wants to, if she wants to pursue her own things, cool, do it.
If not?
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, not really. Now it's our store time.
Wow.
Now,
like I said,
she mainly, like I said, she mainly does younger reader books, which are not my cup of tea necessarily. I read them because I try to read it all.
I've read a couple of her work. She also wrote one of the prequely into one of the Force Awakens books, or maybe it wasn't the Force. It might have been the into the second movie that we dare not speak its name.
No, I think she wrote one of the first ones.
She wrote one of the ones with Rey in it.
Yeah, she wrote. There were the Poe, Finn, and Rey both had kind of backstory
Rebel
books.
Rising or Rising, I don't know.
No, it wasn't Rebel Rising. No. That's the Jyn Erso book.
Yeah, I'm staring at the bookshelf and I'm reading them.
I know you're looking over there.
That was not a good book. I'm looking for the book literally on the shelf and I can almost see it, but I can't read it from here.
Okay, it was Spark of the Resistance. I had to pause and go over there. It's actually going into the Rise of Skywalker. I was thinking of a different book, which is actually the 3 stories. Mm-hmm.
You're thinking of the Before the Awakening book.
Yeah, no, this one is this is a real gem.
No, it's not.
You started to read this one. I think you gave up on it. Which you giving up on a book means a lot. You're the one who always has to finish them, but you managed to put this one down and never pick it back up again.
Well, I think I kind of hit my wall when it was like, here's the backstory of Rose and her sister. I was like, well, one of them's dead, and
Paige. Her name's Paige.
Sorry, whatever.
I think.
I don't remember if that was in this one or not. I just couldn't get into this though.
I don't think that one was. No, I don't think that was actually this one.
Because I don't think junior novels should look like not junior novels.
I think there was a separate book that delved into Paige's
like
whole
Bomber
story.
Flight
Bomber,
or something.
Yeah.
Bomber Run. I don't remember.
I think it was Bomber Run
or something.
Bomber. It bombed. So.
Yeah,
that was bad.
Yeah, but this just wasn't a great read, so I gave up.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure you read this one though. I think you're thinking of the other one that you
I don't know.
started.
Either way,
it probably wasn't a good read.
When the movie
vaguely remember reading it.
When the movie before it was bad, it made it really hard to read a book that took place.
Tell me about it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I think that's going to be all we got for you this time. Now it is your turn. Take to the comments below. Leave your comments or your questions, and let's talk some Star Wars. And so, until next time, thanks for watching.